My dear students of class 10th, today's topic that I have taken from the chapter 1, life process. Dear students, life process is the process of life. Life process is the process of life because living organism they show different signs of life, and different signs of life visually that are movement, growth, speaking, walking, running, etc. So these are the sign of life which are found only in living organisms. These signs are not found in the non-living things. Non-living things means the things which cannot move, which cannot grow, which cannot speak, which cannot walk, and which cannot run. Several examples are there, like cat is running, dog is running, man is speaking, elephant is walking, plant is growing, and something is moving, something alive that is moving, either moving in water or moving in terrestrial land. So dear students, these are the signs which we are looking around us day by day. Apart from these signs, if you take the example of sleeping, cow is sleeping means cow is alive because she is taking rest, she is in the rest mode and she is sleeping. So if you are considering that sleeping is the alive stage, then you also have to consider that this particular living organism must have several other signs inside their body, like nutrition, respiration, transportation, excretion, etc. If cow is in the sleeping mode, it means it is respiring, it is transporting the things, excreting. But nutrition, as far as nutrition is concerned, cow is not taking the food, and food is inside her body. Food is moving, and food is moving in the form of molecules. Therefore, my dear students, you can say that the molecular movement inside the living organism ensure the life of that particular living organism. It means life is the movement of the molecule inside their body. For example, if anything taking nutrition, it means it is food going inside the body from the outside as a material, and it get breakdown by which simpler forms will be arise. And these simpler forms are suppose in the case of nutrition, so these simpler forms are CO2 plus H2O as well as energy that will be released. It means for energy requirement the living organisms take material from outside to meet their energy requirement, as well as they take material as food to maintain their body, to repair their body, to maintain their metabolic activity inside the body, so that that particular organism ensure their life. So maintenance of the life by the external material taken as a food is very important for a living organism, because there are several environmental factors. That environmental factors influence the life of the individuals. As far as this life processes are concerned, in the higher organisms, several processes are there, like nutrition, respiration, transportation and excretion. You will see this in this chapter, nutrition. Dear student, nutrition is very important for the requirement of energy, for the maintenance of their body, for the repair of the body of the living organism, and for the survival of that particular living organism. As far as nutrition is concerned, come to the first life process, that is nutrition. And as far as nutrition is concerned, this nutrition is of two types on the basis of the types of living organisms. As you know, the types of living organisms are of two types. Living organisms are of two types: autotroph and heterotroph. Autotrophs are the organisms, those are able to manufacture their own food by the help of the sunlight and by the help of the external material like carbon dioxide and water, and mainly they are plants. Heterotrophs are the living organisms that are dependent on the other living organisms for the requirement of their food, and these heterotrophs are of many types: herbivores, carnivores and omnivores, as you know well. Herbivores, carnivores and omnivores. Now let us discuss about the autotroph, which perform the type of nutrition, that is autotrophic nutrition. Autotrophic nutrition. Autotrophic nutrition. Autotrophic nutrition. So, this autotrophic nutrition is mainly concerned with the process, and that process is called photosynthesis. As you know, this photosynthesis is the process that is carried out by the plants, because plants are having chlorophyll. And this chlorophyll trap the sunlight. Which facilitate the process of photosynthesis. And in the process of photosynthesis, In the process of photosynthesis, carbon dioxide, CO2 plus H2O, they get reacted in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll, sunlight and chlorophyll. Then the formation of C6H12O6 plus H2O plus 6O2. Here the requirement of 6 carbon dioxide and 12 molecule of H2O. So this is the common equation of the photosynthesis. My dear students, the first process of the photosynthesis is photolysis of water. Photolysis of water. In photolysis of water, this H2O get break down by the help of light, and 4 hydrogen ions will be released plus oxygen will be released also side by side. So dear students, these are two steps. Main step is this light required for the breakdown of the water molecule for formation of the 4 hydrogen ion and oxygen. This 4 hydrogen ion further involved in this main reaction. It gets combined with the CO2 and formation of carbohydrate takes place. Dear students, this carbohydrate is of many types: monosaccharide, disaccharide, polysaccharide, and it is stored in the form of either polysaccharide or complex starch or glycogen in the plant body, which is the plants, they utilize their own food for their vital activities, for their life maintenance, for their repair, for the energy requirement, and these plants provide the food for others like herbivores and omnivores. So dear students, this is about the autotrophic nutrition, and the key points of the autotrophic nutrition is photolysis of water which provide the 4 hydrogen ion, that you have to remember, and all these comes under the autotrophic nutrition. In autotrophic nutrition, one thing is very important, that if you take a section of leaf, then you will find that some stomata are there. And these stomata are having guard cells. These are the guard cells which facilitate the opening and closing of this stomatal pore. When you make the slide of this stomata in your lab, then you will find this is the stomatal pore, and this stomatal pore regulate the transpiration of water, emission of oxygen, and intake of the carbon dioxide from the outside for the photosynthesis. So this is the stomatal pore. These are the guard cells. Apart from this carbon constituent, that is the carbohydrate, several other requirements are there, and plants absorb nitrogen, magnesium, phosphorus and other minerals for their requirement. Nitrogen provides protein to the plant. The synthesis of protein takes place with the help of the nitrogen. Magnesium, phosphorus for the other chemical reactions in the plant body. So these are the requirements which are absorbed along with the water by the root, and it will reach to the leaves of the plant where manufacturing of food takes place. My dear students, this autotrophic nutrition facilitated in the chloroplast. Chloroplast is available in this plant leaves, and this plant leaves on the lower surface of the plant leaf, these chloroplasts are available, which contain chlorophyll. This one, which contain chlorophyll, and this chlorophyll absorb the sunlight. This chlorophyll absorb the sunlight, so that the formation of this glucose takes place. So dear student, this is all about the autotrophic nutrition, and you have to remember all the key points of this autotrophic nutrition, the introductory part of the life process that I have already explained. Thank you very much. Thank you.